Okay, so this is a letter from Brian. Megan, all of my life I have been a dreamer. To some, this is endearing, to others, foolish and a bunch of hogwash. But the funny thing is, no matter what their opinions were, no one, and I mean no one, thought I was foolish when so soon in our relationship I was going around telling everybody that that's the girl I'm going to marry. She's the one. That's how confident I was about us. I mean, for me, as you may remember, everything almost seemed too slow. When I first kissed you, I loved you. When I said I loved you for the first time, I was ready to propose. I guess when you see in another's eyes your happily ever after, you want to get there as fast as possible. And everyone else must have seen the hearts in my eyes and known as well. All of this is nothing I haven't told you before. What I'm trying to get at, though, is that this wedding, this marriage, has been written in the stars. The same stars we gazed upon on our first date. And when I wished on that shooting star, God put into motion an unstoppable force. We have endured so much to get here to this point, and in just a few moments I will be standing up on that altar, looking in anticipation for you to walk down that aisle with those beautiful brown eyes, those eyes that I see my future in. I look forward to holding your hands and professing to the world that I love you. Megan, you are my dream come true. No, you're better than a dream, you're real. I don't need to keep my head in the clouds anymore. I don't need any more dreams. Because you are here, I'm living out that dream. Today, our happily ever after begins. Ser mi esposa, te amo, yours, Brian.
My sweet love, the day we've looked forward to for so long is finally here. I can't wait to walk toward you down the chapel aisle and become your wife. I knew on our first date that I was done searching for the love of my life because I had found you. You make me a better person and you bring me so much joy to my life. You calm me and give me strength. You make me laugh and you balance me. I am so thankful for you and eternally thankful to God for bringing us together. Today I marry my best friend and my one and only love. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. I can't wait to be your wife and spend the rest of my life with you. Your soon-to-be Senora, Megan Ashley.
Sitting here on this lonely dock, watch the rain play on the ocean top. All the things I feel I need to say, I can't explain in any other way. I need to be bold, need to jump in the cold water, need to grow older with a girl like you. Finally see you were naturally the one to make it so easy when you showed me the truth. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. Say you want the same thing too. Now here's the sun come to dry the rain, warm my shoulders and relieve my pain. You're the one thing that I'm missing here.
How's it feeling?
Good.
Is it too tight or you want tighter or you want? It's good now?
I need to be bold, need to jump in the cold water, need to grow older with a girl like you. Finally see you were naturally the one to make it so easy when you show me the truth. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. Say you want the same thing too. I could have saved so much time for us had I seen a way to get to where I am today. You waited on me for so long, so now listen to me say, I need to be bold, need to jump in the cold water, need to grow older with a girl like you. Finally see you were naturally the one to make it so easy when you showed me the truth.
Love is not proud. Love does not boast. Love, after all, matters most. And love does not run. Love does not hide. Love does not keep locked inside. Love is the river that flows through. Love never fails you. And love will sustain. Love will provide. Love will not cease at the end of time. And love will protect. Love always hopes. Love still believes when you don't. Love is the arms that are holding you. Love is the way, the truth, the life. Love is the river that flows through. Love is the arms that are holding you. And love is the place that you will fly to. Love never fails you.
But at the beginning of creation, God made them male and female. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one.
Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord.
Brian, I've learned so much about you, and I'm so impressed by the young man that you are. In the course of our conversation together, you've shown a real heart for God, and some of your personality elements include lots of creativity, and you can make Megan laugh almost any time you want to, I think, because of your creativity. And I also have sensed a real commitment from you toward family and toward people that you love, and that commitment runs deep in you. In fact, you're so committed that you're standing right here in this hot chapel and you're still upright, so that's pretty good. And Megan, just the joy I've had as a pastor watching you grow up. We still have videos that were recorded by your dad of Sunday school children's Christmas programs. We have all of these memories, and you as a family taking care of our daughter's bunny when we moved to the Philippines, and being successful for a whole year. That's pretty good. So, and your creativity and your commitment and your love for your family, as I've gotten to know the two of you as a couple, how much you are alike, it amazes me. Well, we've had some great times counseling, and I particularly remember the day that we first met and I grilled you about why do you want to get married? And I wrote down your answers. So here's what you responded with. Brian, you said, because I love her. And you expounded on that quite a bit. And I didn't write all that but down. I just know that you said that. And then you said, well, my beliefs point me to marriage and not living together. That marriage is what God desires, and I want to obey God. The idea of supporting one another, and just thinking about Megan's qualities, so organized, so honest as a person. Those were some of your responses. And Megan, You talked about Brian's generosity, and you talked about his kindness and how he is so helpful and gentle and fun, and you're kind of the serious one sometimes, and he's the fun one, and you're kind of the realist, and he's the dreamer, and so you kind of work together pretty well. But I do remember you saying, Brian reminds me of my dad. And I thought that was pretty good thing to say about somebody. Pretty amazing to be able to say that. I asked you again, so why do you want to get married? And Brian just said, well, solidarity and commitment and companionship. And Megan says, I just want less stress in my life. I want to be married. And so Brian and Megan, your marriage is intended by God to describe to the world this agape love. And your marriage is to be essentially a missionary marriage, so that the world around you can know of this love that Christ has for them.
Be still and know that I'm with you. Be still and know that I am here. Be still and know that I'm with you. Be still, be still.
I, Brian, take you, Megan,
To be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife,
To live together after God's ordinance.
to live together after God's ordinance
In the holy covenant of marriage.
in the holy covenant of marriage.
I promise to love, honor, and keep you.
I promise to love, honor, and keep you
In sickness and in health.
in sickness and health,
In plenty and in want.
in plenty and in want,
In joy and in sorrow.
in joy and in sorrow,
And forsaking all others.
and forsaking all others,
Keep only unto you.
keep only unto you,
So long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
And sleep.
I, Megan, take you, Brian,
To be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband,
To live together after God's ordinance.
to live together after God's ordinance,
In the holy covenant of marriage.
in the holy covenant of marriage.
I promise to love, honor, and keep you.
I promise to love, honor, and keep you
In sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health,
In plenty and in want.
in plenty and in want,
In joy and in sorrow.
in joy and in sorrow,
And forsaking all others.
and forsaking all others,
Keep only unto you.
keep only unto you,
So long as we both shall live.
so long as we both shall live.
Megan, I give you this ring
Megan, I give you this ring
as a sign of our love and commitment.
as a sign of our love and commitment.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Brian, I give you this ring
Brian, I give you this ring
as a sign of our love and commitment.
as a sign of our love and commitment.
In the name of the Father,
In the name of the Father,
and of the Son,
and of the Son,
and of the Holy Spirit.
and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Be still and know that I'm with you. Be still and know I am.
I declare that Brian and Megan are now husband and wife according to the ordinance of God and the law of the state. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let no man put asunder what God has joined together. And Brian, you may kiss your bride.
Yeah, but I remember the first time I met Megan. My first impression of her was, like in walks this really, really pretty, really nice, really smart girl. I was like, and I just kind of got that feeling when I looked at her, like, she's really honest. She's a very genuine person, and it's like, I think Brian's really hit the jackpot here. I don't know if he knows it, but it seems like it. And it's funny when I think about that, because my first time meeting Brian was nothing like that at all. I was pretty sure that he was a serial killer. You know, so we're walking out, and it's actually starting to get a little chilly. It's pretty late, and I kind of realize, you know, we're completely alone. It's me and Brian. It's 1 a.m. Everybody's inside doing safe things, and I'm out here with this guy that I don't even know. I've never met him before. We're at the wind turbine. He's like, yeah, check this out. You know, if you lay underneath the wind turbine. Okay, I guess I'll lay underneath the wind turbine. So we both lay down, and we're looking up, and the blades are just like whoosh, whoosh. And he goes, isn't it crazy? They look like they're gonna chop your head off. I'm like, I'm freaking out. And I turn to Brian, and he goes, oh, you know, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's so quiet down here, and we're all alone. Like, we could get killed, and nobody would ever find us. You could hide the bodies in the hay. I mean, you'd get away with it. I'm just, oh my God, this guy is gonna kill me. And then at some point, you know, he just kind of turns to me, he goes, it's getting kind of cold out here. We should probably go back. And so we did. I like that memory a lot because it's my first memory of him. And I think it's funny because my impression that he was going to kill me, you know, after knowing him for 4 years and living with him for 3 years, being so tight with this guy, I mean, he's been there for me through a lot of stuff, and he's easily the nicest person I've ever met in my life. And I think most of the people here can attest to that. He's so nice, I almost feel bad just being me.
Have an example of what I think of Brian and Megan in my pocket here. I'm a bit of a dork, and I love Lego. So here's Captain America, which is Brian. And here, somewhere, is Black Widow. And I really think that Brian and Megan are a super couple. However, just like in the movie The Avengers, it does take some work. And I've seen them work through things. And I think that they're perfect for each other, and I couldn't be more happy. And this is me. And just know that even superheroes need help sometimes, and you can always call me.
There we go. So fabulous.
Karen, you weren't even missing at all.
In general, Megan has always been there for me. She's always been the person I can go to for advice and the person that can buck me up and make me happy. Just a phone call away, always. And I remember when she first met Brian and told me that he liked Dashboard Confessional and Coldplay. And he won my heart from the start from that. I always liked you better than any of her boyfriends because you treat her like a queen. You compliment her all the time. You love her. You can see it by the way you treat her. You're artistic and creative. And you totally balance her out. So, nothing can come between me and my sister, but now that you guys are one, you can join along. Yeah.
As far as Brian's concerned, welcome to our family, and I have another son here. I love him as a son, and you know he's a lot like me, so he's got to be a good guy.
Totally impromptu. I have no idea what I'm going to say here, other than I'm very happy to have Megan as part of our family. She is just a sweetheart. And the two of them together are just so great. We just love having them. Having you, Megan, thank you for joining us.
My bride, I can hardly hold myself together. This day, this night, I see you as you are, and I never wanna leave. No more words from my lips, just a look in your eyes says it all, so much more than I could ever. I won't try. After the sunset disappears, when there's no one around and there's nowhere but here. Oh my love, let's keep this up as long as we're breathing, forgetting the world outside of this room, while you're holding me close, while I'm holding on to you. Oh my love, let's keep this up as long as our hearts are beating, as long as our hearts are beating. My bride, there's something holding us together. With you by my side, everything fits so much better. I remember when you told me that you loved me for the very first time, with those tears in your eyes, so beautiful. Now you're mine. After the sunset disappears, when there's no one around and there's nowhere but here. Oh my love, let's keep this up as long as we're breathing, forgetting the world outside of this room, while you're holding me close, while I'm holding on to you. Oh my love, let's keep this up, let's keep this up. After the sunset disappears, when there's no one around, when there's nowhere but here. Oh my love, let's keep this up, forgetting the world outside of this room, while you're holding me close, while I'm holding on to you. Oh my love, let's keep this up as long as our hearts are beating, as long as our hearts are beating. My bride, I can hardly hold myself together.